Hello everyone, my name is Heather Autumn and welcome to my channel. Okay, first, I want to apologize to you. This whole episode is really an apology. So on my last episode, we went to Revere Beach and everything, and I showed you guys like what I had for lunch and dinner. And I feel so bad because that is a very pathetic version of what I would normally eat on a diet of 1,700 calories. So the mindset around that is that it's the beginning of the year. I have a lot going on off camera, and I wanted to make sure that I committed to keeping this part of my diet. And in order to do that for myself, I like to make goals really simple and obtainable and easy to get at first. That whole week was about making quick, easy, pop it in the microwave, pop it in the oven, and you're done kind of recipes so that I could check off the box and say, you know what, I did that and I feel good about it. This is now week 2 of January. And while I was editing that, I was like, wow, if you're just starting off your weight loss journey, this looks like really sad. And if I saw this, like, okay, so now I'm gonna be eating sad, yellow, microwavable food and there's no variety, I would get really discouraged. And so I wanted to show the vibrance that you can get from 1,700 calories in a day. And I'm gonna be on the 1,700 calories until I hit my first plateau. For those of you who don't know, I used to go and have a trainer. I lost 40 pounds. I was in peak physical condition. I spent 6 hours a week at the gym, if not more. And I actually looked into becoming a trainer for a bit. Long story on how I went from that to this, but I do have that knowledge still, and I'm happy to share that with you, especially in a way that doesn't look like you're losing anything and stuff is still fun and vibrant. So with that, I'm gonna show you how to make a savory breakfast bowl that is high protein, high fiber, and it's gonna keep you feeling full until lunchtime. As with any of my cooking videos, if you like to have things written out step by step, check the link below because I have a blog and I put everything there. So the first thing you're gonna do is take your 4 ounces of potatoes and you're gonna pierce it all over with a fork because you don't want it exploding. And you're gonna pop it into your microwave. You can microwave it for about 3 minutes, but what I would suggest is just watch it because if it's a smaller potato, you might only need maybe a minute as opposed to the full 3. After that, you're gonna throw it into your pan with the ghee on medium heat, and you're gonna season that with sea salt, pepper, chili powder, garlic powder, and if you have it, you can also add in some smoked paprika. For me, I was actually missing that one, and I can promise you it still tasted great. So you're gonna stir those around and crisp up the outside on them. That's gonna take about 3 minutes, and after that, you're going to remove it with a slotted spoon and put it in the bowl that you intend to eat with. Next, you wanna hold in the heat, so top that bowl with some aluminum foil. Now return to your pan that you had and add a little bit more ghee and add in a handful of kale. Now you can chop this if you'd like. I didn't, I just like, it's gonna wilt anyway, so I just threw it in there. But you'll put that in your pan along with like a tablespoon of water and cover it so that it starts to wilt. Once it's wilted to your preference, you're gonna take some salt and pepper and season it and then move that to your bowl with potatoes. Next up, you're gonna add your sausage and cook that till it's brown, so about 2 minutes, and then you're gonna add that to your bowl as well. Lastly, in the cooking process, you're gonna add a little bit more ghee, about a tablespoon of that, and you're going to fry an egg. I would suggest sunny side up, but feel free to go over easy or scrambled or however you like. Once the egg is done, you're gonna go and put that on top of everything in your bowl, and you're gonna take anywhere from half to a quarter of an avocado and dice that up and add it along with some fresh salsa, or in my case, I used pico de gallo. After that, you wanna top everything with salt, pepper. I actually put in some lime juice as well and some sriracha, but feel free to alter that as you wish. And in the end, you have this savory, delicious, fantastic looking breakfast bowl, which comes in at 490 calories. All right, right, it is lunchtime. Now for this recipe, I wanted to introduce you to this book, which is the 400 Calorie Fix. I actually found it at a bookstore, but you can also find it on Amazon, and it has helped me so much throughout the years. So today I'm gonna show you how to make a baked potato with chili, and we're even gonna have enough calories left over for a 100 calorie ice cream treat. So the reason I like this lunch especially is because potatoes have that nice starchy feel to it, but they're also what they call a complete protein, meaning they have all the amino acids you need to live, but it also has that kind of carbish feeling. So if you're craving things that have carbs in them, give this a try. So what you're gonna do is take a medium-sized potato, and once again, you're gonna pierce it all over with a fork so that it doesn't explode in the microwave, and you're gonna pop it in there using the potato function. Once your potato is done in the microwave, you're gonna pop it onto a plate, and you're gonna go and take some canned vegetarian chili, and you'll put about a half a cup on top. Now I got this from the store. It is a Hormel chili. If you're looking for a cheap meal that's still healthy, this is a great option because there's about 2 to 3 servings in this one can alone. After that, you want to take about 2 tablespoons of reduced fat cheddar and top it. After that, these guys have an ice cream sandwich, but anything within 100 calories will work. So if there's a different flavor or a different preference treat that you would like, you have 100 calories to spend on that. And this cheesy potato chili, as well as your 100 calorie ice cream snack, is gonna clock in at around 390 calories. All right, so the sun is starting to set, so I wanna start in on dinner. I'm gonna be making a prosciutto and apple wrapped chicken with a sage butter and cider pan sauce. So with that, let's get started. All right, so for this recipe, we're gonna need something that can go from the oven to the broiler to the stove top. And for that, I would recommend using a cast iron skillet. So the first thing you wanna do is set your oven to 425 degrees, and you're gonna grease your pan with olive oil. Now for this recipe, I got 2 boneless chicken breasts, but I'm gonna slice those horizontally to make 4 in total. You're gonna season them with salt and pepper, and then you're gonna put 1 tablespoon of apple butter on top. After that, you're gonna top those with the blue cheese and wrap 2 slices of prosciutto around. From there, you're gonna transfer them to your skillet, and you're going to add in your shallots and garlic and apples. You'll also add in your rosemary and thyme, and you're gonna drizzle all of that in olive oil and then season with salt and pepper. From there, you're gonna pop it into the oven and cook for 15 to 20 minutes. And then what you're gonna do is you're going to switch your oven to the broiler. Now the broiler heats from the top down as opposed to the bottom up. You're gonna remove the skillet from the oven and take the apples from that skillet and move them to a plate. From there, you're gonna put the pan back into the oven and put that under the broiler from 1 to 2 minutes, just enough time to crisp up that prosciutto. From there, you're gonna take out the chicken and put that on the same plate as your apples. Now your skillet should only have shallots and garlic in it, so you're gonna put that on your stovetop over medium heat. From there, you're gonna add in your butter and your sage, and you're gonna cook that for 1 to 2 minutes. From here, your butter should be browned and the sage should be a little crispy, and you're actually gonna remove the sage and put it with your chicken and apples on that plate. After that, you're gonna deglaze your skillet. It sounds scary, but it's not. You're just gonna add in your wine and your cider. You're gonna bring that to a boil and allow it to boil for 5 minutes until it's reduced by half. After that, you're gonna take your chicken and your apples and you're gonna return it back to your skillet and allow it to cook just for 1 more minute. So this chicken dish alone comes to about 533 calories, but because of how lunch went, I actually have some more calories that I can eat. So for that, I'm going to add a side of this mashed potatoes. This comes to 170 calories, and I like it because it's a single serve and it's easy to make. I'm also going to add in some asparagus. Now for me personally, there's some vegetables like this that are so low in calories that it's almost unlimited in my diet. It's usually boiled. I don't add anything to it like butter. So for this, I can have a whole bunch as a side. And then last but not least, I like to have a glass of wine at the end of the day. It's just something that I enjoy doing. And because of that, I actually program that into my calorie counts. And I know some people say you shouldn't have alcohol, but I feel like if you're deprived, deprivation eventually ends up into binge eating and resentment and falling off the wagon. And so for me, this is something that I really enjoy, so I make sure to account for a glass. This comes to about 125 calories. So with all of this, I've gone throughout the day, I've had carbs, I've had proteins, I've had veggies and fibers, as well as some treats like the alcohol and the ice cream treat. All of this is nicely proportioned so that I don't feel stuffed, but I also should never feel hungry. I actually take hunger as a sign that I didn't properly plan my menu and that I'm missing something. But for everything I've eaten today, that comes to 1,693 calories. So like I said, this is my most ideal menu. Does it happen all the time? No. But is this what I make an effort to do so that I feel satisfied? Absolutely. So I hope this was fun to watch, and I hope it made up for my last very sad episode. And I hope that it's inspired you, especially if you're on a weight loss journey, to approach your health with compassion. Some days you're gonna mess up, some days you're gonna nail it, and most days are gonna be somewhere in between. But thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, one of the best things you can do is subscribe to my channel. And if you've been here a while, sharing this video with anyone that might be inspired to hear it would be extremely helpful as well. As always, for the written recipes, check the description below. It'll be on my blog. And I just want to thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. All right,